thanks to the returning Rogue One characters in Andor Season 2, a meaningful, albeit dark, parallel comes to light. The plot of Andor Season 2 has long been anticipated to have a strong connection to Rogue One, as confirmed by Tony Gilroy, the creator of the former. Gilroy was involved in the creation of Rogue One as well. He later developed the prequel tale of Cassian Andor, which eventually developed into the beloved and highest-rated Star Wars television series. In addition to confirming that the events of Andor Season 2 would flow straight into Rogue One's opening sequences, Gilroy also revealed that other aspects of the latter would also play a role in the show's plot. K2S0, Saw Gerrera, director Orson Krennic, and other Rogue One characters have been confirmed to be part of the cast of Andor Season 2. One of these characters makes their Andor debut in the first 3 episodes of Andor Season 2, and the scene has more complex and sinister connotations than are immediately apparent. Orson Krennic is the character in question. He first shows up at an Imperial meeting in Andor Season 2, Episode 1. This scene has multiple levels of complexity, as mentioned. The first one is related to Krennic's rivalry with Wilhuff Tarkin, another well-known Star Wars character, in Rogue One. Because of the nature of his covert meeting, Krennic's ascent through the Imperial hierarchy is described in Andor. In order to acquire a mineral to support the Emperor's energy project, the Imperial occupation of the planet Gorman will be discussed at the meeting. It's interesting to remember that there have been previous instances of covert Imperial meetings in Star Wars, including one in which Tarkin and Krennic were both involved, Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Tarkin, however, is not present at Krennic's meeting in Andor Season 2. Krennic observes this and says Emperor will bring Tarkin in when he thinks it is time. It is obvious that this is merely an Imperial power play from the former, especially in light of the rivalry between Tarkin and Krennic in Rogue One. Tarkin's exclusion from the Gorman meeting is part of Krennic's attempt to advance in the Empire's hierarchy. Beyond the superficial portrayal of Andor's Imperial meeting and its connection to Krennic's individual goals, it has a more profound and sinister significance for the Empire as a whole. Although the Empire has always been portrayed in Star Wars as a fascist, oppressive entity, Andor Season 2 is beginning to draw comparisons to similar real-world governments, like the Nazis. Krennic's meeting is a direct link to this, stemming from a real-world Nazi event known as the 1C meeting. Top Nazi officials gathered in 1942 for the 1C meeting. The goal of this conference was to finish the final solution to the Jewish question. The meeting was conducted in secret, and all subsequent records of it, aside from one, were destroyed. There are no records of Krennic's covert Imperial meeting in Andor Season 2, which takes place in a remote mountaintop setting reminiscent of Hitler's Eagle's Nest during World War II. The goal of Krennic's meeting is to decide how best to subjugate a whole race of people, the Gormans, in the same way that the Nazis did for the Jewish community, which emphasizes the Nazi parallels of Andor Season 2. As I mentioned earlier, the Empire was always dark in Star Wars because of the fascist similarities between it and the real world. However, the examination of the Empire in Star Wars films and television series has largely remained within the realm of science fiction adventure tales. On the other hand, Andor has frequently been praised for its sophisticated and nuanced examination of the Star Wars universe, as evidenced by the Krennic sequences in the first few episodes of Season 2. Krennic's search for methods to persecute a whole planet's population in Andor Season 2 is consistent with Nazi prejudice against Jews. A darker tone is added to Krennic's meeting when it is confirmed that the Gorman massacre, a significant event in Star Wars timeline, will be included in Andor Season 2. The character will surely be viewed as an even more dangerous, tyrannical, and fascist threat when he makes his appearance in Rogue One.